Hello, bookworms, bibliophiles, and lovers of all things literature. Welcome to the next chapter of the Braless Book Guild podcast, where we discard our bras and trip over some tropes to talk about books both published and unpublished. We are your hosts, Jenna.
Hi, guys.
I'm Marissa, and this is Megan.
Hello.
Before we get started, like always, let's talk about what we're drinking.
Megan, tell us what we're all drinking.
Okay, yes. So I am currently drinking the Celestial Seasonings Berry Zinger that I just threw outside and made some sun tea with, and then turned it into some iced tea because it is like the hottest week of the year so far, and we're feeling it. And I also brought over, you guys requested mint, so I brought over the Kapelishka Cuppa, which is based off of the Scorpio Races, which is one of my all-time favorite books by Maggie Stiefvater, and it is a mint and berry.
Yeah, I can read. It's kind of cool. It has peppermint, decaf Ceylon, raspberry, rosehip, hibiscus, apple pieces, a little bit of vanilla flavor, and raspberry flavor.
Oh,
So I heard ratberry, and I'm all like, that's a weird berry.
Raspberry, and hints of vanilla. Decaf, sugar-free, gluten-free, and dairy-free. Thank you.
Also, I don't know if everybody else heard the disgust in Megan's voice when she said mint.
mint tea. I'm not a big mint fan, but Scorpio Races, again, is one of my favorite books, and I had to have all of the merch that it came with, and I got that thinking I would like it, and then I took one sip. I cannot taste anything other than mint. I think the mint is so overpowering.
I agree. I think it's very minty.
It's pretty minty, but I can taste the berries in it.
Okay.
So, the Ceylon is incredibly light. I don't barely taste any black tea, but I can taste a little bit of the berry to the...
Yeah.
Did I just mess that up? Did I say weird words?
You said barely, and I heard it as berry, and I was just like, you can berry taste the berry?
That's what I thought I might have said, and then I was like, wait a minute, did I mess that up?
I don't know
Anyway,
if you said
I
that
can
or if
talk,
I filled
guys.
in the blanks because I heard barely.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's like the whole thing where you say something and my brain automatically fills in the gaps before you even finish the word. So I think that happens. So I think you're actually fine.
Your face just was perfect because it made me second guess myself completely, and I was like, I talk, it's fine. I know what I'm saying.
My face was completely about my own brain.
Okay, good.
And not you.
Or you could be like your son and have every word start with P.
Yeah.
Pacuum. Picky.
Oh,
Yes.
babies.
Yeah.
I love it.
I like how as we do each episode, we're like announcing his milestones.
Yes. You guys are all learning about my son and how he grows. One day it's going to be sad, and I'm going to listen to these and be like, oh, he was so little.
We're already doing that just looking at the pictures.
I know. It happens so fast.
Because now that he's over a year old, you get all those like, last year, this,
Oh, yeah.
you took this picture. So,
Yeah, the memories.
anyways.
So, what are we going to do today?
Yeah, talking past the baby talk and all of that, it has been a while since we've hit up the tropes. One-handed catch, Megan.
One-handed catch.
Hey.
I saw that. I'm so proud. Oh, my husband's reaction. Wow.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've dug into some tropes, so we thought we'd bring that back. It's definitely not because we weren't prepared for this session.
Totally not.
No.
Totally not like Marissa 2 days ago was like, what episode should we do? And then radio silence.
Yeah.
Yes.
Until this morning when I said again, what app are we doing?
So, yeah, we figured we'd dig in some tropes again. And we figured it's been long enough that we're not going to go through and try to pick out the ones that we've already done, because maybe we have new things to say. Maybe you guys never listened to those old trope episodes. You just skipped in, or you're just joining us. Welcome if you're just joining us. But yeah, we have this little baggie that is no longer my hat, because my hat is mounted on my wall.
Where it belongs. It's very
decoration.
cool.
Until I decide to wear it to some sort of, Red Fair or something like that.
We gotta go.
I would love to.
Every year, it's on my anniversary weekend. Every year, the Ren Fair is on my anniversary weekend. But so is the snake convention. And my husband's a big reptile person, so I'm always like, what if we just switched up for our anniversary weekend?
And go camping like last year.
Yeah, and then last year we didn't do either. One year we do the snake convention, one year we do the Ren Fair. Because I've never been to the Ren Fair and I want to go.
I really want to go to the Red Fair. Sorry, this is off topic now. Anyways, it is we're picking tropes from a bag.
We can talk about whatever we want.
It's true. Actually,
I could talk about a book about a run fair.
Oh, Well Met.
Yes.
Well Met by Jen DeLuca.
Yep. Good book.
It's well met, well traveled, well matched, and well played.
Yep. They were all
And
very good books. And they all centered
The
around
first
red
one,
fairs.
though, is
The
so
first one is the best.
good.
The first one was amazing.
nice.
Okay.
All right. So anyways, past the Red Fair, my hat is on the wall until the Red Fair, and we are pulling tropes from a bag.
So what is our first trope, Marissa?
Oh god, I feel like it's a lot of pressure. It's gonna be enemies to lovers, because that's the one we always talk about.
Did we do this before?
It's okay. Oh, somebody's gonna have to explain this one to me a bit better than bait and switch.
Oh, that looks like my handwriting, and that's the whole idea of like, here's what you think you're getting of a book, and then turns out it's not at all.
I love that.
Really?
Yes.
So that was I talked about it previously where I don't remember what books it was going into it though.
Me and you talked about my book for our Traveling Pants series because
Oh yeah.
it kind of seems like a creepy horror at first, and all of a sudden it's like, just kidding.
That's
it's
yes.
not creepy horror. That's
Sorry.
disappointing.
It turns into something that I absolutely love, and there's lots of notes of me going like, oh, this theme, oh my god, it's my favorite.
Yeah. But there was something else I remember we were talking about it. We were like, oh, it's much like this, where you think it's starting this way, and
Tempest of Tea.
Tempest of Tea. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You think it's going to be this way, and then all of a sudden, you're in a completely different feeling of book.
See, I didn't get that with Tempest of Tea.
For me, it was just, well, because your whole thing was you didn't even know what was going on. Like, what is this book even about?
Yeah.
As the one who edited that episode.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I don't know. I can't think of specific examples, but I really like it when that happens because I like it when it's like I like a good twist.
Yes.
And that's usually what it leads to is a good twist of like, you think that you're going to get this fun little high fantasy novel and then boom, out of nowhere, there's aliens. And it's like, what?
Yeah. I've also talked about Rebecca Ross books. So I read
Oh yeah, that's what we were talking. I think that's what we were thinking of originally was because Divine Rivals was that way, where you
Yes.
thought you started one
Yeah.
way and then the next it was.
Yeah, definitely. Because that one was confusing because at the very beginning, when her brother is going off to war, I'm thinking like, okay, this is set like World War I. And it's like, and then there's magic everywhere, and it's just magic's fine. So
Yeah. It definitely like took a big turn, and the whole vibe of the story was completely different than what I thought it was going to be.
yeah.
I'm a fan of these. I like the bait and switch.
I also
As
like,
long as done well, obviously.
yes.
I also like, I believe it's from last week's episode when you were talking about the first line of your book that you thought was a romance novel, and it's like, and then his head rolled to my feet.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it was a romance novel, don't worry, but it just was a very surprising beginning for a romance novel. But yeah, for me, it's like, I think that what I like about those books is that, like, I feel like there's so much to talk about with them, but then when you're recommending it to someone, you don't want to say anything.
Yes.
You're just like, so this book, just read it. I need you to read it so we can talk about it because I don't want to give anything away.
Yes.
Yeah. One that I read last year was A Wilderness of Stars by Shea Earnshaw, and that starts off as what you think is like a either dystopian or like fantasy, and then it turns into a sci-fi.
Wow.
So yeah.
Nice.
I like it.
Yeah, just like I was saying, fantasy and then aliens.
Exactly.
And aliens.
Yeah, no, I think it's great because, like I said, it gives you that twist that you're not expecting. But like Jenna said, the hard part is recommending it to someone, especially if it's a book that starts off as not something they would usually read.
Right.
And you have to be like, you're gonna like it. I can't tell you why you're gonna like it, but you're gonna like it.
Just please finish the book.
Yeah. That's what makes this both an excellent trope, but also a very dangerous one.
And
Yes.
a difficult one if you're a writer for it. Yeah.
Oh,
Definitely.
yeah. Alright. Who's
So-
next?
Sure.
Jenna's next? Okay.
Or would it be easier? No, well, no matter what, we're gonna have to toss.
That was a fine throw. You should have catched it. Catched it.
Caught it.
Catched
Catched
it.
English so good
Catched.
here.
Lost Royalty.
I love me some Lost Royalty.
The Anastasia trope.
Yes.
I do not like it if it's a boy though. If it's a lost prince, I hate it so much.
Really?
I guess it's not really that trope, but like where the prince is trying to be the pauper in order to like get close to the main girl.
Oh yeah.
But if it's like the princess she's gone, and you're like, well, obviously we know who the princess is. Oh my gosh.
Right. Gee, I wonder who the lost princess could be. Maybe my main character?
Yeah.
I love that trope too. I do. Even when I see it coming a mile away, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a good one. I can't wait for the reveal.
Remind me to tell you guys something after we're recording, because I know somebody that listens to this podcast and I can't talk about it.
Oh no. Okay.
But no, I like the Lost Royalty. I think that it's fun, but it's also always really obvious, and that's
Yeah,
what I don't
always.
like about it. It's never a twist. It's never, what do you mean you're the lost princess?
Yeah.
It's always, yeah, that's who you're gonna end up being. Oh, nobody's seen her in so long? Gee, I wonder where she ended up.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no way to like slyly hide that out. Like, that's something that once it's a Chekhov's gun. Once you
Yeah.
brought it up, it's totally going to be that.
It's one thing when it's like everybody thought the person was dead,
Yeah.
because then you can kind of play it off as like, oh, everybody thought they were dead, so it's crazy that it's you. But even still, like you said, as soon as it's mentioned, it's
They
always a
might not
thought
be
in the
dead.
back of my mind of
Yeah.
like, well, one of these characters is going to be the
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one that I enjoyed, and it's kind of a twist on that, is Twin Crowns by Catherine Doyle and Catherine Weber. And that one is separated at birth, like princesses separated at birth. And one of them always knew that she was the princess, but then the other one but she was the one that was like sent away to live with the witches. And so she was like training to take back her crown. And then the other one, who lived in the palace and had a pampered life, did not know that she had a sister.
Oh.
And so it's kind of like that, I guess. But no, yeah, that one was really fun. Also, the cover is by Charlie Bowater, my favorite artist of all time. And I love that. I haven't finished the series, though. The third one, I think, just came out. And I really want to finish it.
Lunar Chronicles had some of that. in
Yes.
it,
I was going to
too.
say, Lunar
That's the one I
Chronicles
was
is like my
thinking of.
favorite. I always
Lunar
think of.
Chronicles did it so well, but that did it in a way that, was it in the first one? Was it in Cinder that you find out that she was or was it like the fourth one?
I don't remember. It's been so long since I've read it
Same.
that they kind of all mesh together.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure it was in the first one. It was the end of the first one that you find out that Cinder's,
The Lost.
the
Princess,
lost
okay.
princess. And that's kind of what makes the queen go after her so hard.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense then. Yeah, that one was a good one.
I mean, it's not my favorite series, and I know none of us have that favorite series, but I'd have to point, I would be doing our listeners a remiss if I didn't point out Throne of Glass.
Throne of Glass.
Yeah.
I have a funny story about Throne of Glass.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for those who haven't read past, I think, the third book. But the first book, I was like, oh, I really like, her name is Selena.
Uh-huh.
Kalina.
I don't know.
I don't know how to pronounce
I
her name.
pronounce it Selena.
Selena and Kaol, which I always read it as Cole. Chol. Chol. His name is Chol. It's not Kaol. Anyway, I was looking up like fan fiction of them
Yeah.
because there was a scene where they like get handsy in a closet, and I was like, I want to like read that whole scene, and I was like looking up fan fiction of them, and there was none because it's all like her name wasn't even offered, and I was like, what? Is she not like the main character
Right.
again?
Yeah.
Because she changes her name.
Right. So it's funny because that was me. I remember like everyone was like, oh my gosh, like you have to read Throne of Glass. And so like it became very obvious to me really quickly that Selena or whatever was not her name. And it was going to change it took me 4 tries to get into that book.
Right.
I hated that first book. The first book was like the worst to me. But then once I got into it, I actually did enjoy the series. It's not my favorite, but I did enjoy it once I got past the first book. Really probably once I got past the third book is when it started to really pick up and it was good. But yeah, because of that, I knew what was coming, but I think that the first time I looked up something like fan art for her and it popped up with both of her names. I was like, well, that's a spoiler.
Yeah, there it is.
That kind of happened with the Attack on Titan mangas.
Oh,
I don't know if anybody's read those or
I started
watched
them
the
and then
anime.
found out the writer is racist against Koreans and
Oh, no.
stopped. So
It's a bummer.
I did not know that, and it's been a long time since I've gotten into it.
it's over
so
though.
It's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have that where one of the characters' name changed, and then it made the ship name change, and so it was like, it was hard to find. Like you'd have to search the new one to find the like art and stuff like that. That was annoying.
I maintain though that I literally stuck around in the entire Throne of Glass series for Manon.
Yeah. Manon.
Yeah.
Oh, another one that did that is the Claire Legrand series, the Imperium. What was the first one of that one?
The
Furyborn.
Yeah, those ones were really good. I think those are the ones we suggested to Haley, right?
Yes.
Those are really good.
But those ones did it in a way that you knew immediately who she was, but it was like part of the plot
Yeah.
that she was part of, like she was considered the lost princess. But it like was important to the plot that she was considered lost, but the reader immediately knew. Because doesn't it start off with her giving birth in the very first chapter?
It's like the very first chapter she's giving birth.
Yeah.
But it's weird because it's so far in the future that you second guess
1,000 years in the future.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
like,
you do
how
second
they-
guess it. It's
How
true.
could they possibly be the lost princess 1,000 years in the future?
It's done so well.
It
I
is
love
done.
that series.
Yeah, I like a lot of these. I don't think I've ever been disappointed in a book that turned out this way. I've never been like, wow, even though I saw that coming, I don't like,
Yeah.
I still enjoy the book.
We all read so much that I was even going to say, if we did like a spoiler alert episode, we all read so much that it's hard to have an actual spoiler, I think, for us. I don't know. Have you guys noticed that for yourselves at least?
Well, I mean, yes and no. Like, that's what makes me love a book when I don't get it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so I'm like, yes, I got this one. I didn't guess anything of it. I was really proud when I could guess stuff, but it's always fun when you don't guess it.
Yes.
Yeah.
In a good way. Because there are times that I don't guess it, and I'm all like, I didn't guess it because I overthought it, and I thought it would be more interesting this way.
Yeah.
So.
My husband gets mad because we'll watch movies together, and I'll be like, oh yeah, this is going to happen. And he's like, how do you know? What?
Yeah.
Stop talking. And I'm like, my bad. I'm just ruining the whole movie for you.
We did that with
Or
a show
series.
where it was a Korean show, and it's about doctors, and I said, oh, the two of them, they're siblings. And he looked at me because he had already watched the first 3 episodes, and he was like, how do you know? And I was like, it's obvious.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, she's totally in like a one-sided love with him. And he looked at me again and was just like, what? How do you know all this? And I said, oh my gosh, I read so much. You just know.
You just know.
Okay,
All right, what's our
next
next
one.
trope?
Oh, Grumpy Sunshine.
Oh.
I love me a good old Grumpy Sunshine.
Me too. I love Grumpy Sunshine. I think that's like, it's such a big trope for fun little romance books, and Grump Sunshine romance is just my favorite. It's
So-
the opposite attract thing.
Speaking of well met,
Yes.
he is a Grumpy and she is a Sunshine.
Yes.
And their banter was just so good in that.
Yes. I want some opposites though. I want some he's the sunshine and she's the grump.
Oh yeah. Well, I have the Sun and the Star by Rick Riordan. Percy Jackson, take a drink.
Yeah.
And he is, so it's Nico D'Angelo, who is the son of Hades, and Will Solace, who is the son of Apollo. So it is literally darkness and sunlight. And they have such a cute relationship together.
I have to read that one. That's cute.
And it is, you have to read the whole series first because there's so much that goes on. And I'm
That's
talking
a
about
big
like
thing.
all 15 books because I started reading it without reading the last 5 books, which are about Apollo. And it was just like, oh yeah, and then this happened. And I was like, excuse me, what?
My husband does want to read Percy Jackson. Maybe I can convince him to do it with me.
Do it. I'll reread it too. We can have a whole book buddy. But I was gonna say something about it. Oh, there's a joke. Because originally the descriptions of Percy Jackson is that like of Percy himself is that he has black hair, tan skin, and green eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously in the show that we watched, he is very pale and he has blue eyes and blonde curly hair. And that's exactly like how fan art depicts Will Solace. And there's a part also in Percy Jackson where Nico says to Percy, he's like, "You're not my type." And everyone's like, well, now he is.
Now he is.
Because that is the depiction of Will Solis. And so the joke now is that what they need to do is make Will Solis as black-haired and green eyes
Yes.
to flip-flop
Flip-flop
it.
it.
Yeah. Another Grumpy Sunshine. Never mind. I don't have one for that one. I'm looking. I feel like that's more of a like it's not really a fantasy trope, I think. Grumpy Sunshine.
It's a
is
lot
it?
of the rom-com,
Yeah.
I feel. Sometimes you get a little bit of it in the fantasy. But it's definitely more of the rom-com. They had it in like the Spanish Love Deception. They have a lot. I mean, what was the one?
Love Hypothesis.
Yes, the Love Hypothesis. And then they had it like It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey, which I didn't love as much as I wanted to, but I still enjoyed it enough. The Hating Game. Of
Oh
course.
yeah, the Hating Game. Would you even say that Divine Rivals was kind of Grumpy Sunshine?
Yeah, I think it has that vibes, but not over the top. It wasn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
She wouldn't.
necessarily.
Stoic
over the top.
and
More
open, I
open.
guess.
Yeah.
I think the problem with me, because I'm going through my books as well, but a lot of the times, like, Grumpy Sunshine is, people like it so much that people try to write it and then they don't write it well, in that they like overly make somebody grumpy and you kind of just hate them. Like, they forget the redeeming qualities of it.
Yeah.
There's a bit of like, so preview for the end of this episode of what book I'm reading right now. I started reading a book called The Honey Witch, by Sydney J. Shields.
I've seen that. It looks interesting.
Yeah, and so it's supposed to kind of be, it's basically about like this woman who's the Honey Witch, and it's a sapphic novel, and she's cursed to never find love, because to be the Honey Witch means you will never have love. And then there's somebody that comes into her life that doesn't believe in magic. And so it's kind of that like, well, it's supposed to be that like, you know, that like contention that they have. But the problem is they've introduced who I assume is going to be the love interest, and I hate her. She's just a jerk, and I'm sure there's going to be like one of those things where like you read more and then you get to know her and then you end up understanding why she's such a jerk. But it's like, no, she's just a jerk right now, and I really don't like it.
Yeah.
That is a big thing with the Grumpy Sunshine, is the grumpy person almost always comes off as the jerk. They almost always, at the beginning of the book, you're like, how are you going to turn this to make this redeemable? Because I've said something mean, and I don't see how you're going to make them redeemable. And then they always do, but...
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know. It's so hard to have a likable character in the beginning when you have the Grumpy Sunshine.
It is, because you have to have that animosity a little bit.
Yeah.
I will say my boy Nico is just emo. As the son of Hades, it's just a job description.
It's true. Alright, we moving on to the next one?
Yes.
Let's see what we got here. Oh god. Open! The fake dating trope.
Oh my god, that's what I'm writing for my job.
Oh!
I feel like all of these I enjoy because I just enjoy the cute, fun little rom-com books.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, even though they're the tropes that I see happening, I 1000% enjoy it. And actually, I've been on an Elena Armas kick right now. I've been reading all her books. She's the one who did the Spanish Love Deception, which was a fake dating trope. The one I'm reading right now is like the sequel to that, which is another kind of fake dating trope, but more he offers to take her on dates to inspire her writing.
Okay.
Kind of thing. And so it's like, oh, it's a no strings attached dating. We're not really going to do anything. I'm just going to, take you on date to inspire writing. And it goes that way. But I like those tropes. I think they're fun. They're cute. And you always see where it's going to go, but it's like that, like, over the top, like, we all know you're going to, if the will,
oh yeah,
with the will they, won't they? But like, it builds the tension well because it gives them the outlet of dating without dating.
Exactly. And have the banter without
Yeah.
the issue and yeah.
Yeah.
I find the only time I come across this trope is if I'm reading fan fiction. I have not really read a book that
it is a big one.
It is a big fan fiction one. But the only one I can think of, without going into too much of it, because I still want Jenna to read the book, is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo.
Yes.
That's got a good one in it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't wait. I have that on my Libby, so it's I'm gonna read it.
It's the fake dating in a different sense.
Yes.
Yeah. And I love it.
Speaking of the Renaissance books, the Well Matched, which is the third one by Jen DeLuca.
Yeah.
That one is basically he just wants to get his family off his back about not settling down. So he's just like, I just need you to be my date and just pretend like you like me. And then that's it.
Yeah.
There's a whole, I gotta look it up because it keeps getting suggested to me, but it just does not seem like my type of books, which is funny because it keeps getting suggested to me. But there's like this whole, I don't know if it's all the same author or just all the same trend of there's like, was it like Iris Kelly doesn't do dating or something like that? I gotta look it up. But it sounds like just one of those big, like every trope you can get, but let's make it sapphic type thing.
Yeah, I just when I did my last year, was it, or the year before? It had to be the year before because I didn't read much last year. When I just did like February theme of like all rom-com books, I read a lot of the fake dating. I think there was The Honeymooners or The Unhoneymooners, The Kiss Quotient by Helen Hong, Love Hypothesis again.
Oh yeah, they fake date in that one.
Yeah, same with The Spanish Love Deception. I think all of the ones that I read, like a lot, at least a grand majority of them, were the fake dating trope. I think
you can't go wrong.
You really can't. It's a fun, easy little one.
Those books I was talking about, they're by Ashley Herring Blake.
Ooh.
And it's Delilah Green Doesn't Care, Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail, and Iris Kelly Doesn't Date.
Oh yeah,
I know Delilah Green Doesn't Care. I didn't know that the other ones.
Yeah, and they always pop up, and I just feel like they're not they're very romance novels, so
yeah,
it's like I gotta be in the mood for romance.
The one that I gave you, Flip the Script,
mm-hmm.
by Lila Lee. That one has a very slight fake dating trope in it, just for the views for their drama that they're filming.
I also really liked. There was a book that I read. It was called The X Talk by Rachel Lynn Solomon, and it wasn't fake dating. It was fake exes.
Oh,
so it was
fun.
These two like enemy to lover type thing where they both worked at this radio station or whatever, and they like didn't get along, and someone like pretty much was like, "You guys need to start a podcast," and they're like, "You guys could give like relationship advice," and it'd be like about exes and stuff, and they're like, "But we didn't actually date," and they're like, "No one has to know that," and essentially they end up like on this talk show talking as if they were ex lovers. I hate that word, but I couldn't think of a word for it right
fun
now.
though.
That's fun.
But it was a really cute, fun twist on it, and I really enjoyed that one too.
That makes me think of another one that I saw. It was like a Tumblr suggestion or something. I never actually read anything about it, but I thought it was really funny. Is a trope of like you go in, like you're going to couples therapy, but your significant other doesn't show up, so you ask this person to be your significant other and see how long it takes for them to realize you're not a couple.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, that sounds like so much fun.
That does sound fun.
That would be fun.
The last one that I have for this one, it is River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross, and that one they had to like bind themselves together because it's like Scottish in order to appease the spirits, I think it was. And then, but they had, I think it was a fortnight in order for them to decide if they wanted to unbind themselves. I think that's what it was. And then, yeah, that was fun.
Fated Mates and Soulmates.
Oh God. Oh God, I hate it so much.
So much.
If I start a book and I'm like, this is a really good book, and they're like, you're my mate, I will throw that book across the room. I cannot do it anymore. I hate it so much.
I hate it. I hate it.
It's been ruined for me.
Which is funny because like one of my favorite series is A Court of Thorn and Roses, but I hate it. I hate it so much.
And that's the one that
And
ruined it for me.
The problem is that once A Court of Thorn and Roses did it, which I didn't like it in A Court of Thorn and Roses anyway, but once they did it, it felt like every freaking fantasy romance put it in there, and it just annoyed the crap out of me.
Well, you know who first did it? Was Renesmee and Jacob.
Oh my god.
Imprinting. That was so gross.
Ew.
I think we have talked about this before, so I'll be very brief about it to be the devil's advocate on it, even though I don't like it. But the idea of having somebody out there for you, of like, for people that are single and feel like they're never going to find anybody, the idea of having that person that's like, well, there is one person at least out there for you.
Yeah, I think it ties into that, like, this is my person and no one else can be my person because I have to be, we're star-crossed lovers and we have to end up together. And yeah, it just doesn't do it for me.
I do like it when it's like, in this life and the next life.
Yes.
And like reincarnation kind of thing where then they've always end up together. Can't think of any books like that, but I never watched it. But I think it's called Goblin. It's called Dokkebi in Korean. Oh god. I always knew it as Goblin, but then I remember it came out on Netflix and it's called Guardian, I think, and it's a Korean drama and it's about like reincarnation and being fated for each other.
I think I might have read a book like that a long time ago, and I do enjoy those. I enjoy that, like, we'll find each other in next life and next life. You know what it is? It's Smoke and Bone.
Daughter of Smoke and Bone?
Yeah, that kind of has that vibe to it.
Right.
So that
I only read the first one, but I remember vaguely like the end of the first book plot twist was like real big like that.
Yeah, it had that kind of vibe to it, which was cool. So I do like it when it's the reincarnation and they find each other again and again and again. But for some reason, I feel like it's a cop-out. I feel like, spoiler alert, if you haven't read A Court of Thorn and Roses, please skip the next, 20 seconds. But it felt like such a cop-out with her moving on from her first love, and then it's like, oh, but we're mates, and so now it's okay that I like this other guy and want to jump his bones, so yep, we're gonna have sex now. And it was like, it just took away from the actual chemistry that I thought was there anyway. And it would have been fine if like they had become mates after, or like figured out their mating bond after, because it would have allowed for the chemistry to be realistic, but it didn't feel that way in the book. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Really quickly, I just wanted to say that when you were saying this is my person, for some reason the first thing I thought of was the Parks and Rec point where April comes up, she's all like, this is my boyfriend Derek, and this is Derek's boyfriend Ben.
Yeah.
This is my person, and this is his person.
I think we should add in more Parks and Rec references.
Yes.
Oh, I'm down. I love Parks and Rec.
Our book. Also, we'll probably throw in, there's a Supernatural episode about that.
Yeah.
I actually don't know if there's one about fated mates, though. I would be interested.
If there was.
Anyway, if you guys have books that you can recommend that are genuinely good and do not follow, like, the Court of Thorns and Roses, like, style, please let us know. I would be interested in trying another one, even though I literally just said I will throw the book across the room if it happens. But
it just has to have the, like, genuine romance and chemistry before they find out they're mates.
There you go.
I think that's what it is. It's when
you create a fated bond with that person upon marriage.
Yeah.
You choose it as your mate. And
it's not fated then, but...
Or even if it is fated, but you don't necessarily know it right away. You actually genuinely like that person and then find out later on, like, okay, like, oh, the reason I like them is because you were always meant to be my mate or whatever. But just making it like, oh, I like you, but I'm not going to give in to my desires. Oh, wait, you're my mate? Cool. Let's bone.
Let's bone. All right. I'm pretty sure we definitely did this one last time.
You mean like fated mates?
Yeah, we definitely did that one last time too.
We definitely discussed our ire. But Chosen One, have you guys had any recent updates to the Chosen One trope? Because I have one.
Oh.
Well, we both have one. We all three have one because it was Ruthless Vows.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
We didn't want it to be a chosen one, and it was a chosen one.
I have a whole list of them. Like Only a Monster by Vanessa Len.
Yeah, I read Only a Monster.
I loved that one. I want to read the next one, but the third one's coming out in a hot minute, so
that's why I read the first one and I really liked it, and I wanted to read the second one, and then I was like, oh, there's gonna be 3. No, let's wait because I'm not gonna do this to myself again.
And Break the Pretty Kings by Lena Jung. I actually DNF'd that one, because it just didn't make any sense. I will say the Left-Handed Booksellers of London by Garth Nix. That one kind of had it in, but I feel like he did it in a way that didn't, like, it wasn't, what do they call it, a MacGuffin or whatever? It didn't feel like that. It felt very organic to me.
I mean, we could also say the Girls of Paper and Fire kind of had that.
That's true.
That's what I thought. And
That's
I mean,
true.
Priory of the Orange Tree had it too.
Oh, definitely. Yes.
It did, but I think it did well. And this is where me and my friend differ on that, because he told me he was interested to hear my opinions on that book because he didn't like how it ended. Yeah.
What?
But I liked how it ended.
So to me, it made sense. Oh, Jenna.
I'm sorry.
Jenna, I want to talk about it so much. It made sense, especially with, what was her name? The one from the Asia side.
Tien? Oh, no, from the Asia side, Tien.
Tien. I liked how her kind of quote chosen one way went.
Yes.
In the fact that it was literally chosen for her to be the chosen one and not a, like, fate or whatever thing. And then Iad, I also loved only because she was, like, trained for it.
I think that was the cool thing, is that they all of them had the different chosen one arc in a different way.
Yeah.
And then it all does its thing at the end. But
right.
I feel like it was never like big, like, this is how it's gonna end because we're all chosen and so it's gotta end this
way. Has to be you and it cannot be anybody else.
Exactly.
Well, that was kind of like that, but not in the way. Yeah. I will say, I will even say, like, the Skyward series by Brandon Sanderson has that kind of feel to it. Yeah, I will say that. It's the Skyward series by Brandon Sanderson.
I mean, all of the Sarah J. Maas books kind of have that. You can make space every time. All of, Cinder, Lunar Chronicles has it with the chosen one in the way that it's a lost princess and she's has to be the one to take what's her face down.
That's true. I do feel like, though, with that one, and I think this is kind of the way with Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff books as well, is that because each book is told from, like, a different point of view, in order for them to be the chosen one, they do need the help of their friends.
Right.
In order to accomplish their tasks. And I like that a lot.
I do too. I am also Shadow and Bone.
Oh yeah, she's definitely a chosen one.
Definitely chosen one.
Yeah.
And then
there's so many.
Yeah. It's a good trope. And it can be done really well or it can be done really poorly. Where's the have to catch?
Oh, I'm sorry. It worked.
That was a great throw.
It was. I was just not mentally prepared for the catch. Alright. Are we moving on?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, girl saves the guy.
Oh, okay, yes. Is that my handwriting? Because
that was a blue pen.
Yes, because I literally have a very specific book I wanted to talk about this with. And it was The Princess Will Save You, which is the one that I actually, like, really desperately want to finish the series. The first one is a Princess Bride retelling, but flip-flopped, where he's kidnapped, and so she's like, oh, no, you didn't. The farm boy is kidnapped. And she's like, no, you didn't. And she chases after them to get him because he's her one true love. And I really want to finish that series. I absolutely love that series. I'm going to scroll to find it. I only read the first one again, but I I want to finish the series, so I don't really love the series, but
I've always been curious about that series, so it's good to know that it's actually good.
another Charlie Bowater cover. Where are you? And then another one is the Andy Darkin series.
Oh, yeah.
In the sense that she just saves her brother a bunch, and then she becomes this rich and not rich, but like a super powerful general, and basically saves the day of a bunch of men. The princess.
There's only 2 things I'm thinking of right now. One of them's not a book. At least I don't think it's a book. But Drew Barrymore's Ever After.
Yeah.
When she
I
goes,
love that movie.
She saves herself.
Yeah, but when she goes
puts
and
him
saves him, and he's like, they're like, you can take whatever you can carry, and
Oh yeah, she picks him up.
Perfection.
loved that part.
I can watch that movie over and over and over. Is it weird that I can still remember the first time I watched that movie?
Oh no, me too. It was a slumber party in middle school, very, very early middle school. And her mom walked in because obviously they have cod pieces in that one. And she was like, is that a potato in his pants or is he just happy to see me? And obviously I was so young, I didn't understand what she was talking about, but I did understand that there was a very weird bulge that I had never seen before. And I was just like, what is going on here? Oh my gosh. But that is, I had a procedure a couple weeks ago. And when I got home, I was like, Mom, all I want to watch is Ever After. So she put it on.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I've actually gone and bought the movie because I like to watch it so much.
It's so good.
It's such a good movie.
The other one I thought of, which I don't think was done very well, but we've all read, was Rory Thorne.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, she saved him.
Uprooted by Naomi Novik is also a girl saves the guy one.
That's fun.
Yeah. And it's this girl saves the guy Beauty and the Beast type.
Ooh.
Nice.
So
I have Starling House by Alexi Harrow, who we love.
Howl's Moving Castle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fits.
Yeah. I read the book
was-
back in the day and did not
That
like
was
it.
that was really bad. That was because it was a bag that is flat and it just flew.
You couldn't have planned for the wind speed and velocity and the.
Well, you guys wanted AC today, so
Oh
It was
god.
over 100. So.
I appreciate you. One final one that neither of you quite know yet is The Adventures of Amina El-Sarafi.
I've gotten to the part where she saves the guy at least once.
She saves a bunch of guys. At
I
least.
believe it.
Yes.
At least once.
She is the savior.
I have gotten to the prison break.
It's perfect.
All right. Villain becomes a good guy.
Ooh. I'd like to know some of these.
I think the one that I always think of that I really, the two that I always think of that I really enjoyed, the Illuminae Files it wasn't necessarily the good guy, but it was definitely the villain in the first one, and then it becomes helping the ship.
Right.
And then, Shatter Me is a big one where the villain.
Oh, okay,
becomes
then-
the good guy and the love interest.
So then you could even say A Court of Thorns and Roses, because
Yeah,
basically
obviously.
anything where book 2 boyfriend becomes endgame,
yeah,
they tend
although
to be.
he
bad guy.
definitely was a bad guy in the first one. Like,
Oh yeah,
he was-
definitely.
Yeah, definitely the bad guy.
And even in Shatter Me,
Yeah,
definitely the
yeah.
bad guy.
In
Sweep, we talked about Sweep,
yep,
in a
Sweep.
previous last couple weeks ago. Yep, he started off as a bad guy and then became the good guy.
Can't talk about one.
Oh,
no.
I'm so curious.
I don't know. I don't have a lot in my book about that. I always loved the books from the villain's perspective, though. Stuff
Mhm.
that's like from like the evil queen's perspective type things. So,
Heartless
Heartless, yeah, that's one
by
of them.
Marissa Meyer. Bonecryer's Moon by Catherine Purdy. That one kind of has where like they have to team up together in order to save the day. City of Nightmares, by Rebecca Schaefer, which I desperately want you guys to read. I know Marissa would really like it. It is not gay though. Actually,
Hate
there
it.
is zero romance in it, I think.
Oh, I might like it then.
Exactly.
that changes it around.
And that's why I think I liked it so much, was because there's no romance in it, or very little. There's like a connection, but not a romantic connection, I would say.
So I looked up to try to jog my memory, which we're all doing, and like all of these are the most over the top, like the type of paperback romance you'd find in your mom's
Of course.
Like, I'm like, oh, there's a lot of these, huh?
Is it like the devilish duke?
Till dawn tames the night.
Oh yes, there you go.
I'm gonna say that and someone's gonna be like, I actually love that
That
book.
was my favorite book. I can't believe this.
On the flip side, good guys turning evil.
Ooh, even better.
I would recommend the Ninth House series by Lee Bardugo. Who's snorting?
Sorry, it wasn't about what you said.
It was when I was scrolling, Despicable Me came out.
Then you could say Despicable Me, Megamind.
Yes.
Megamind's such a good one.
Yes. I just, for some reason, like, it was just such a, yeah.
Oh, here's a good one. Saga.
Saga's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prince TV kind of turns, well, spoiler alert. Ooh, Sawkill Girls. I definitely, Marissa, you
Yes.
should read Sawkill Girls by Claire Legrand. It is gay
Okay.
and it is spooky, and it, like, basically the bad guy is important. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Add it to my list.
All right, our next one is The Orphan. Literally every main character out there.
Always.
Tell us about your favorite orphans, you guys.
Oh.
I think
Now, hang on. We should say this. Full orphan or half orphan? So half orphan is they're missing one parent. Full orphan, both parents.
I think it has to have
you
both.
have to have both parents gone for
Yeah.
you to be an orphan.
For the full
You can
orphan.
technically be an orphan with only one
I
parent.
mean, they started to worry you with Percy Jackson for a while. They're like, look it, he's an orphan. They killed his mom. But just kidding, did they really?
that
Hades
would
just
still
taking
be a
care
half
of her.
orphan because we
Yes.
knew that he had a dad that
I'd
was
say it's a 3/4 orphan.
3/4 orphan.
just has a not emotionally available dad. It's fine.
And physically available.
Physically.
Maybe he's a quarter orphan then at that point.
No, there's I think there's a lot to be said about orphan arcs, that the reason why it's been done so much, or orphan tropes I should say, is because if you had a parent telling you not to do the things that you're supposed
No
to do,
12-year-old would go save the world.
no 12-year-old would go save the world.
Right.
Even though what's her face was pushing Percy to go do it at the
Right.
end there.
Sally Jackson.
Yeah. But I think the thing with the orphan trope is that they are now in charge of themselves.
Right. Right. It's big in young adult literature because it allows for the young adult to go off and do whatever they need to do, that if they had a real parent involved would definitely step in at some point and be like, no, you cannot do this. Come home and do your homework. Go back to school.
So we have A Tempest of Tea.
Oh,
Lots of
obviously.
orphans in that one.
Six of Crows to go off of that.
I mean, the obvious Harry Potter.
So what if,
Well,
like,
then you have all the Cinderella retellings.
Yeah.
oh, right, because, yeah, Ever
It's-
After.
it's under
Sort
the
of. She is, yeah.
Yeah.
100% an orphan.
Yeah.
all of them arcs. The idea is that they have a stepmother that is raising them now.
Exactly. Technically, she's not an orphan, but she doesn't see her mom until she's, like, from the time she's 5 to, like, one single moment in the second book, and that's the Anti-Darken series by Kirsten White, where her dad dies pretty early on. Heart of Iron, that's an Anastasia retelling. That
Oh,
one,
yeah.
she's an orphan in that.
Crier's Warmth.
Oh, yeah.
Not Crier, but the other one. Ayala, whatever her name was.
It has been so long since I read that one. Babel by R.F. Kuang. I think most of the characters, and I think they do this on purpose, most of the characters in that one are orphans, so that way when they take them to Oxford to train them in magic, that they don't have anyone to go back to. Oh, Silver in the Bone by Alexander Bracken, which we said that we were going to go to the
I need
signing
to
of the
read
second
it.
one. We gotta go. That one was super good. Oh, and then the Camelot Rising series by Kirsten White. We could just go on and on and on about
I know,
that one.
there's-
I think we just need to move on.
A series of unfortunate events.
Oh, yeah.
That is the entire plot line.
Yep.
Yes. The literal plot line of that whole book.
And then Kyoshi's also an orphan in the Kyoshi books. So
Oh, yeah.
recommend them.
Oh, Scorpio races. Both of them are orphans, the main characters. What's our last one for you, Marissa?
Oh, okay. I didn't know what the word was for a second. Pure and promiscuous.
Oh, pure and promiscuous. That is such a big trend. Okay, so listen, think about it this way. You are a 19-year-old human girl and you meet a 500-year-old fae lord. There's no way he's pure.
No.
He's banged probably half the entire realm.
It's always the guy that's promiscuous, and it's always the girl that's pure. And
Ooh.
it's always...
Let's challenge ourselves. Can we find one where it's the opposite, where it's the guy is pure and the girl is promiscuous?
Not off the top of my head.
What? Well, we got to think about it.
I think that one, it's never fun. It's rarely fun. Okay, sometimes it can be okay. But rarely does it turn out fun because usually the guy's
sleazy.
Yeah, a sleaze and kind of taking advantage of or only wanting to corrupt her, and it's gross.
I think the hard part is when it is played into that, because it plays into the whole like, well, you're defined by how many people you've been with. And
yeah, that's what really gets me.
That's what I don't like about this trope, is that it's so you have the whole like guys can sleep with 100 people and be fine, where girls, as soon as they sleep with one person, they're slutty. But you also like can have it the other way of like, I mean, not that I know it, but I'm sure there's ones where there's the geeky kid who's never been and he wants to be with the popular girl, and the popular girl has been with so many guys, so he feels inadequate for it.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's just, it's something that bothers me, of the whole, you could be like whoever you've been with or however many people you've been with defines who you are.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that idea, or that, and I hate that it does play into that old patriarchy of women are only good if they haven't slept with a lot of people.
Which is garbage.
Which is absolute BS.
I think also the fun part that could become with that, and it's only because I'm thinking like D&D knowledge of how funny it would be, is if you have the person that's like the wild one, and the person that's like, no, I'm following my god, and I'm going to stay strong, and they're like, I mean, come on.
Yeah. I think it would be fun in a friend sense.
Yeah.
It could be fun in the like idea of like your friend having two friends that are, you know, out and about doing things.
The Love Hypothesis by Allie Hazelwood, I think that one doesn't quite, it's not really that trope, but I do feel like he was too busy with his work to even have a romantic relationship, whereas she wasn't as much, so I feel like that one could very
kind
subtly.
Maybe-ish.
I didn't read far enough into the novels, but if it's anything like the show in that sense, Jon Snow and Ygritte.
Oh, Ygritte.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's like all super shy about it, and she's like, come on.
I still love that, where he's like, oh, look away, there's blood. And she's like, women see more blood than men do.
Yeah.
And he was like, what? So scandalized.
All right, Jenna.
All right, for my last one, I have the only one seat, horse, or bed.
One seat, horse, or bed. I like that it was specified.
Yes. I think that it's a fun little trope in almost any romance where it pushes the characters into more of that physical contact that they might not do if they're denying their feelings. But I do think it's a little overused.
I like that you included the seat or horse
Yeah.
aspect, because obviously the bed one is so overused.
The bed one is so overused. The seat and horse is kind of a little more fun because it's like, oh, it's not so like, oh, we're laying in bed and this must lead to sex. It's more of the like, we're close to each other, so we get an excuse to touch each other.
So the only reason why I really don't like that is because, like I've talked about, how I don't like that every novel for a fantasy sapphic novel is all about traveling. And it's like, yeah, inevitably there's a point where it's like, get on my horse, and they have to like hug them and everything, and that's where it gets so overdone.
Yeah.
Because it's overdone, the traveling aspect, and then they have to put that in there at some point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find you a sapphic novel that isn't all about traveling. That's my goal. By the end of the year, you guys, I am saying it now. We are literally halfway through the year right now. By the end of the year, I will find you the perfect sapphic fantasy novel that doesn't involve that.
All right.
And it's just going to be set in one spot.
It doesn't have to be set in one spot. It just has to not have the entire novel about them
going on an
traveling.
adventure.
Yeah.
I'm looking through my list so diligently right now.
The book that I'm reading right now, actually, the Elena Armis, the American Roommate Experiment, is that what it's called? Is really cute. I really like it, and it has the only one bed trope, but it doesn't. So, the idea, it's the American Roommate Experiment. It's the premise of this book right now is that this girl's, it's the best friend of the main character from the Spanish Love Deception. Her apartment's roof caves in, and so she's like, okay, well, my friend's on her honeymoon. I'm gonna go stay in her studio apartment while she's on her honeymoon, since she's gonna be moving in with her boyfriend anyway until they get it up and running. I'm the only one with the key, so at least I have a place to stay. And she's trying to call her friend, but she's on her honeymoon and doesn't have reception or whatever. And then she shows up, and it's a studio apartment, tiny little studio apartment, and she's there, like, kind of half unpacked, and a guy starts trying to, like, do the lock and breaks in, and it's the main character's cousin who's been traveling all over. And so they end up both staying in the apartment, but there's only one bed, but they don't share it. He's like, I'll take the couch. Like, there's one bed.
And he stays there?
And he stays on the couch. At least for the first, like, half of the book, which is where I'm at it. But, like, it's not like
Eventually,
the first
he's
night
going to move to the bed.
obviously, when the romance hits, they'll move to the bed. But it won't be because, oh, well, there's only one bed. No, I couldn't make you sleep on the couch. We'll both sleep on the bed. It's
Yeah.
fine. We're adults, which is literally what happens in every other one.
Oh, yeah.
And so I like it because it does have that trope without having the trope. So,
I like when they very obviously make a trope and then they don't follow it.
yes.
I love that.
Yes.
When they break the tropes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
My last
Right,
one.
last
one.
Villain gets the girl.
Ooh.
I would also be interested in this. Obviously, we had like the villain goes good,
Yeah.
which, so I guess we should limit this to you don't find out that he's actually good in the end. It's
Yeah.
actually villain,
Like, actually,
or
morally
his
gray.
reasoning is sound. I guess we should say.
Oh, morally gray. Let's bring up Jasmine Throw.
Yes. I love
see.
Morally Gray. Morally Gray is fun.
I had one recently where the villain got the girl, and I was very pleased with it. I guess this would be a spoiler, so this is your spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Okay. Spoiler alert, What the River Knows by Isabel Ibanez.
Mhm.
A Lesson in Vengeance by Victoria Lee. But that one is not like, I don't want to go spoilers on that one, because that is another one that's sapphic that I want Marissa to read.
Okay.
That is another sapphic spooky one.
It's funny because for me, a lot of them that come up, it's like it's not the true villain type thing. The Wrath in the Dawn pops up.
So I think if
it's like,
they're
it's
considered
not-
the villain for over half of the book,
Yeah.
that
it's-
should be.
Shatter Me. It's those type of things.
Yeah.
You know?
The only thing I can think of right now is freaking Gallivant,
Oh my
which
God.
is not a book either. But Gallivant is the musical TV series. It was like a limited series. It only had like 2 seasons or something. But the reason why I wanted to watch it, because in the trailer, it's all about the king takes Gallivant's true love, and so Gallivant's going to go save her, and he like interrupts the wedding and jumps in. He's like, you can offer her all of these riches, but I can offer her something you can't, and that's true love, and that's what she chooses. And there's like a pause, and she goes, actually, I'm gonna take the fame and fortune.
Raven Kennedy's Guild. That's kind of a villain gets a girl.
Megan's faces. Sometimes I wish we filmed these just so you can
I
see
know.
Megan's faces.
There are some books that I will never judge anyone for books that they enjoy, even as many times as I will roll my eyes, except for if your favorite book is Flowers in the Attic, which I will judge you so hard for. But there are just some books that I just don't understand why they're popular.
Yeah.
And they, like, for me, granted, I did not get past, I think, 60% through Guild just because the writing
That
style
book
was
didn't
just
get
so
good
bad.
until the third book.
And I don't understand how you could suffer through that. This shows how much of my character. Obviously, I do not drink coffee because I think it tastes bad. And people are just like, it's just an acquired taste. And I'm like, yeah, you have to suffer the whole time before you can finally say, I'm not suffering anymore. Same thing with alcohol. So why would you suffer through books if you don't like them? That's just my life motto.
I think for me it was, I cared enough about the plot line that I wanted to see what was going to happen with certain things with that one. For Throne of Glass, I had to push myself through. It took me 4 tries to push it through because I just hated the writing style so much in the first book. But so many people told me, you have to read it. It's so good. You have to read it. It's so good. So it took till the third book, but it was like, if so many people are telling me that it's good, I want to know what it's all about. It was kind of the same thing with The Cruel Prince.
Yeah, I
hated the
never finished
first
that
book.
one. Yeah.
But it became so freaking popular, I had to know what it was all about. So I finished the series, which actually The Cruel Prince would be a good one too, because he was definitely the bad guy, and it was
definitely the bad guy. Yeah,
a bully romance in the beginning, but like, but at the end of it, like, it wasn't a bully romance. It was more Wuthering Heights style, where they were both horrible. To be honest.
Yeah, that was another one where she's very much not a good person as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just the kind of person that if I don't like it, I won't continue. I feel that life is too short and I could be reading good stuff.
For me, sometimes just something, any little thing in the book has to keep my attention just enough for me to keep going. Whether it's, I want to know what happens with this character, like Manon was like my favorite, and I cared so much, I liked her so much that it kept me going through Throne of Glass, and that's what really like drove my interest in that book. Same with, I think for like Guild, I was like, at some point Midas has to be like, everyone has to figure out that he's not the actual one with the gold touch. And I was like, someone has to figure it out. And I just wanted to figure it out. And then everyone was like, oh my God, I love this book. And I was like, everyone's talking about it. I have to know why it's so interesting. So as long as I have curiosity on my side, I'll keep going.
All right. Any last words? Any final thoughts? Obviously, our bag isn't even empty, so we could do another episode.
Yeah, this will be another when we're not prepared.
Yeah, it's a good last minute decision.
Yes.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Yeah.
We talked about a lot of books today.
We did.
That's pretty good.
Let us know if you have any books that fit these tropes that you think we'd enjoy that maybe we didn't bring up.
Yeah,
Also,
please give recommendations for tropes. Like when we talk about, oh, I can't stand this trope because it's always done poorly. If you can find something that does it well, I'd be really interested to see what they are.
Also,
Exactly.
if you're listening to this in, I don't know, 2030, please still give us the recommendations. You never know, I might not have read
Yeah, it's true.
it.
Books are timeless.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good quote already.
Not even to the quote yet, guys.
And you're already busting it out.
Yeah.
Woo.
That's quote by Marissa.
I have one final question before we take a break and head out. Are any of these tropes that we talked about today ones that you want to put in your novel?
You know what? I thought about that too, because I thought that was gonna be the question: is are any of these tropes in your novel?
Well, someone here's psychic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's quite a few of these tropes that I've thought about putting in novels before.
Anything in particular?
Well, I've wanted to do. We all know that my old novel that I worked on with you guys many a year ago had the lost royalty trope.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. The one that I'm working on now, I'm not sure which tropes I'd use in it. So, we'll see.
Oh, I think you, not one that we talked about today, but like the doesn't fit in with the crowd kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
That's a good
necessarily.
one. We should talk about that trope too.
Yeah.
How about you, Marissa?
The only one that I can think of off the top of my head, really, and I don't think it's fully that, but it's kind of the Grumpy Sunshine.
Oh,
trope.
I like that.
It's not fully, but I definitely think it's one of those, like, you don't, like, one of the characters is definitely more closed off than the other one.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I went out 1 year ago,
Many years
when I was
ago.
applying for Pixelberry with you, and I did that one fake dating little snippet. I thought about turning that into just a cute little rom-com book, and that's kind of the fake dating one.
Yeah.
So that one will work too.
Fake dating always, everyone loves it.
Yeah.
It's always good, especially if you can like turn it into something that is slightly new.
Yeah.
Yeah. People will eat it up.
Yeah, I've thought about making that an actual book because it was fun to write.
Was that the one where
They ran into each other at the cafe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that one would be really cute.
Wait, I actually did think of another one because I was thinking of my dystopian novel, but in my other novel, without going too much into spoilers, it's a little bit of that like villain hero switch.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm so excited for that one.
I just want all of our books to be written right now.
I know. I just don't want to do the work. I just want it to be done.
I know. If I could
I just want you guys to read my book. It's still in my head, but can you please read it?
Just read it. In my book, specifically my K-drama one, because that one is a K-drama style and very cheesy. I have there was only one seat kind of thing. And that one's just on a scooter. She wins a scooter in a raffle, and she doesn't have a driver's license, but then he has a driver's license, so he'll drive her around so she can sit on the back of the scooter. It's a little thing. And then slightly as well, the Grumpy Sunshine, only she is the like more stoic one, and he's the one who's just like, I'm so shy.
I do think that the funny thing is as I was reading these, I wanted to turn them on their head. I wanted to read
of course.
And because I wanted that in books, it was like,
you gotta write it.
I want to write it.
You gotta write it. That's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Well, what's really hard about writing a queer book is you can't really have the Grumpy Sunshine switched because they're both women.
It's true.
Yeah.
So it is both switched and not switched. Not to say there's not other representation in my novel and there's not other, couples in there that aren't, queer. There's straight couples in my novel, weirdly enough.
Oh, how dare you?
I know, it's so...
Do you know how that works?
I don't. I'll have to ask references.
Ask your parents, how did the birds and bees?
Oh, God. I never got that talk in the first place. I don't want to get it again.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, man.
All right. So before we get to our quote, guys, what are we all reading, Megan?
I have re-picked up the Jasmine Throne again, and I am listening for work. I'm listening to audiobook of The Decoy Date by... That's another fake dating trope. By Mira Lynn Kelly. And yeah, so I'm doing Jasmine Throne. And this one I'm going to finish on my way home. So I'm excited to get into Jasmine Throne again. I'm refreshed after some murder and intrigue.
That's what I'm hoping I'm going to get with mine. But Jenna, what are you reading right now?
I'm reading The American Roommate Experiment, which I talked about earlier, by Elena Armas. And I just finished Into the Weeds by B.K. Boris, and I think I'm kind of on a little romance trope right now. I just want my cute little rom-coms because they're really easy to read right now, and I'm able to just like kind of pick it up and be just as interested in it, and it doesn't. I'm not struggling through it, which I had a couple where I was struggling through them. So I just needed some easy, quick reads to kind of get me back into it.
I feel like for me, summer is rom-com season.
Yeah.
Like people say it's like Valentine's Day, but for me, summer is like you go to the beach, you pick up you go on vacation, you pick up a cheesy rom-com novel.
I do like it a lot in summertime. I have a wonderful pool that I never get to float in because I have a child. But all I want to do is float in the pool and read my rom-coms and drink mocktails because I don't actually really drink alcohol ever anymore. But I don't get to do that, but that sounds wonderful to me.
Yeah. We'll do it at the lake.
Yeah.
What did they used to call it? Those like nickel and dime novels or something?
Oh,
like
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Just pick up.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they call them airport novels now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Iris?
So I mentioned it earlier. I'm reading The Honey Witch by Sydney J. Shields. We'll see how that one goes. I'm pretty into it. If that is it, we're going to end this on a quote as we usually do. Megan, what's our quote? Which one was it? I forgot.
Was it the C.S. Lewis one?
I think so.
I think I got rid of it.
Oh no. So yes, we will end this on a quote, as we always do. And this one is by C.S. Lewis. It says, You can never get a cup of tea large enough or a book long enough to suit me.
I love this quote. That's one of my favorites.
And it's perfect for us because all we do is drink tea and talk about books.
Right?
Welcome to the Braless Book Guild.
And not wear our bras.
Join
I'm
the
pretty
guild.
sure C.S. Lewis, when he said this, was not wearing a bra.
I'd be willing to bet.
Oh, I don't know. We might have to do some fact checking on that. Another thing I wanted to bring up before we go, and I'm going to put you on the spot, Jenna. A way that people end their podcast is, where can we find us?
So you can find us at the Braless Book Guild podcast on Instagram and Facebook. We have a page on Facebook and Instagram. Both of those will lead you to links through Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. We're hoping to spread it to other platforms soon. However, I'm the social media person and I have a child, so I don't do that all the time. But please like us, follow us, comment, and subscribe to our podcast, because that's how we know whether or not you guys like us. And that's how we continue to make podcasts and we don't burn out and go, wow, we only have so many followers. So please refer us to friends, like, comment, subscribe, do all the fun things.
Give us feedback.
Hit that bell icon.
Yeah.
There's no bell.
There's no bell.
The little thumbs up.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Bye.
Bye.